So, first question. Please introduce CRUZH to our subscribers. CRUZH was founded in Sweden, southern Sweden, back in 2013. We're a feel-good rock and roll band. We write and play songs that we made ourselves and that we also like ourselves. And we're in our 100% perfect element when we're on a stage with a wild crowd in front of us. What is the meaning behind the band name? Yeah, so there's actually kind of a double meaning to it. In the first way, it's us telling us that we can crush you, but it's also, in the second way, about having a romantic crush on somebody. And funny fact is that we were actually called CRUZH with an S instead of the Z when we started out. But when we got in contact with the record label and all the legal stuff surrounding that, we found out that there was another band called CRUZH, I think from Canada, so we had to change it. Can you tell us a little about the Jungle Revolution? So the overall theme of the album, it's about the pure, the wild, the animalistic side in people. And we as a band has kind of gone full circle from where we started, going back to the energy and the attitude and the rock and roll that we felt when we started. So it's by far our most honest album so far. And that's kind of what the whole revolution thing is about. Can you tell us a little bit about the album cover art? So we wanted something to fit with the album title, The Jungle Revolution, and the whole lyrical theme of that particular song. And we also wanted something to show the power and the strength that we feel with the new material and the whole Jungle Revolution movement that we're singing about in the song. So we're very satisfied with the album cover. We used the same artist that we used on our previous albums as well, Carlos Del Olmo Holmberg from Sweden. And he's a really great guy and an awesome artist. Can you share insights into your cooperation with Frontiers Music? In our demo days, our final goal was actually to end up on the Frontiers roster. Then it happened way much faster than we could even wish for and that we thought. But our overall communication with this, they treat us very well. They like what we do. They're always very sweet to us. And despite the fact that they have so many good bands on the roster, they always give us the time we need and the proper promotion that we need when we release something new. And I think that shows out very well as well. So we like them, and I hope they like us. What do you do for your livelihood outside of music? My ordinary occupation outside the music business is at the fire and rescue service in my hometown. But I'm also a painting artist. So I put up art exhibitions with my own art in galleries all around. But that's primarily when I have time between all my music adventures. When did you first discover your interest in rock music? Well, I grew up with parents who listened a lot to rock and roll. Their favorite bands were bands like Queen, Status Quo, Creedence Clearwater Revival, and Boston, and so on. But my first love for rock and roll was when I, at a very young age, found out about Kiss and primarily Paul Stanley. Paul Stanley is still one of my biggest role models, and I hold them very dearly close to my heart to this day. What obstacles have you faced as a musician, and how did you overcome them? I think this is something that most artists can relate to. Being in a band is never easy. It's almost like being in a romantic relationship. You really love each other to death, but sometimes you're on a big time collision course. We are only human, and sometimes the only way forward for the band is getting out. I would say the biggest obstacles for me and for other artists are probably the relations and relationships surrounding the band. Is there a specific non-rock genre or artist you'd love to collaborate with? I would like to collaborate with Taylor Swift, not only because she's an amazing singer, but mostly and most importantly, it would mean a big paycheck for me. How do you perceive the evolution of glam rock music over the years? Yeah, the evolution of glam rock music. I think that bands like ourselves, bands like Vega, Seventh Crystal, Nitrate, we have really succeeded to develop the music that we grew up loving. It's like the 80s all over again, but with a modern and refined touch. And I think it's very amazing because you can see you can really see the evolution from the bands that we loved in the 80s, and I think it's awesome. Okay, so for the rapid fire section, your thoughts on AI generated cover art? Well, that's a big no for me because as an artist myself, I have a lot of friends in the business, a lot of very good human artists who struggle these days and who really need to have these jobs. So AI for me is a no, but I would really like to collaborate with human artists. A memorable concert you've attended? There's been a lot of them, but if I have to choose one, I would say Kiss in 1997 on the reunion tour. This was an open air concert in the summer in Copenhagen, Denmark, me and my dad. And just about when the band was about to hit the stage, the weather was primarily pouring down this day. And Ace is just raising his fist in the air, and at the exact same second, the lightning strikes. And that was great. The greatest music album of all time. Well, obviously there's too many to choose from, but I'm just gonna, top of mind, drop some of them. I would say Appetite for Destruction by Guns N' Roses, Vulgar Display of Power by Pantera, Indiscreet by FM, and probably Walk in the Fire by Strange Ways. Next rapid, 12 a.m. studio session or 6 a.m. rehearsal. I'm not up at 6 a.m. so I have to take the studio session, but I would like to jam with 6 a.m. if Nicky Six is around. What's your favorite non-rock song? Well, this might come as a shock, but I choose Careless Whisper with the greatest singer in the world, George Michael. What are the future plans for CRUZH? Well, as of right now, we're out doing the Jungle Tour in support of the album, The Jungle Revolution. And we have a lot of stops coming up, both in our home country, but also outside. So that's our primary goal right now, and then we'll see what the next chapter of the CRUZH story will end up in. Thank you very much. See you later.